Hello, I'm Neutrino from Cosmologic. So in this front-end development course, we will learn about all the basics of HTML and CSS. After learning from this course, you will be sure enough that you know all the basics of HTML and CSS and you can build your own websites. I assume that the viewers of this course are new to HTML and CSS programming and don't know anything about it. So I will be starting with very basics so that everyone can get why, what and how we are doing this. We will be making 2 to 3 projects at the end of this course. So let's start without taking time. So let's start with the basic installation of the text editor. If you are a Windows user, you can use Notepad or any text editor, whatever you want. But my basic preference is for 3 text editor that I personally like. So let's start with the first one. Open your Google Chrome browser or any browser, whatever you want. Search for the Sublime Text. Click on the first link. And here is the button for the download. I am a Linux user, so it's giving me an install for Linux. Then if you are a Windows user, you will be giving here install for Windows. MSI or exe file will be downloaded. Now the second one is VS Code. So you can also download it like this. You can search VS Code, click on the first link, and you can download it from VS Code from here. Click on this here or here also. You can download it anywhere. Now third one is Atom that I personally use. It's a free and open source. So it has many modification. You can modify it according to your needs. So you can Atom also. It's a very good. I basically prefer you these 3 text editor. You can use any if you like, if you feel comfortable in any other. Okay, now our installation part is done. So let us jump back to our text editor. I will open Atom. Our text editor is opening. Wait for some time. Now it's open. And you can see I have created one folder in any location, but like if you have created the folder here, you can see files. This is the location, HTML, Cosmologic HTML, and I have inserted one image here so that we can use it in our project and directly open it from here. You can open your project here like this, file, open folder, and you can select the folder whichever you want. Like I have selected this folder and click OK. So whatever the contents of this folder will be visible here. Let me close this first. So let us start with the 2 files creation, and then I will tell you the basic meaning what HTML is used and how it is working. Create 2 files and now save this first one, called index.html, and second one with style with .css. So we have created 2 files. Now I will tell you that what is HTML exactly is. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Means it is a language that is used by the web browser to render the contents or to display the content. It basically means how we can display the contents. Like we have many other programming language, it has basic syntax, basic different syntax and different meaning in their own in the environment. So HTML is a language which is used to display the contents of the on the web browser. It is rendered in the web browser only. So let me talk about the 2 files what we have created. This is index.html. The .html is the extension of the HTML page, so that a browser can understand that our page is of HTML type and it can render the contents as a HTML page. So a .htm, you can also write .htm, both are same. So this is a style, this is a styling part. Styling file means anything that is written in this, we have to firstly link this file in the index.html to use, because these two are both separate files. This is the styling part. Cascading style sheets, CSS stands for cascading style sheet. So let me quickly create the basic structure. I have created the structure. Now we will talk about this line by line. So I have highlighted this line. It means that in what version of our HTML our page is written. According to this line, our page is of HTML type, HTML5 type, which is the latest one. Now this is the basic container or the root element of all the tags. Means all the tag must be contained in the HTML tag. This is the opening and this is the closing tag. Means the forward slash means anything that has started. If we want to close the tag, we have to use the forward slash. Like here body also started and we have to forward slash to close the body tag. Head tag, all the meta information and many more file linkings and the title of the web page are in the head tag. So I forgot one thing. What is this? This is the language. Means in which language our page is written, like Arabic, Turkish or Romanian, any language whatever you want. What is this? Dir LTR. Dir means direction. Left LTR means left to right. Means in English language or Hindi any other language we start writing from the left side of the copy or the page. But in Arabian language we start from the right side. LTR means our direction of the web page started from LTR. So let's write this is the title tag. It is the title means what is the title of our web page. When we people write our website or visit our page, what is the title of the page? Let me show you a quick example. Like if I search for google.com, now this is the title of the web page. You can see it here. So this is basically telling you that the name of the page, title of the page is Google. So let us play with this. Right click and inspect. You can see here shortcut is Control Shift I. You can right click and click on inspect also. So go to the head and here is the title tag. Now if I want to change it here, you can see, enter. You can see that title of the web page has changed. That is the title of the web page. So let's start with our basic tags. So HTML tags are of two types. First one is container tag and second one is empty tag. In container tag, tags have both opening and closing, but in the empty tag, the tags doesn't have any closing tag. Like a body tag is a container tag. It has both opening and closing with the forward slash. But there are some tags in HTML that doesn't have any closing, like a BR tag. So now you don't know what is BR tag, but later on you will understand what is the exact meaning of this. I will show you by the example. So basically for now you just understand this is a tag that is used to provide the break in the line. Like if I write anything here, let me show you it, like hello Cosmogic. Now if I write here something else, okay, now if I open this web page, to open the web page in the web browser, double click on the in that file that we have created, HTML file, and it will be directly open in the web browser. You can see it here. It is showing us hello Cosmogic. Next line means here is a break tag, and with the help of break tag we are moving to the next line. See, if we don't use break tag, what will happen? If I refresh the page, you can see it is coming in a single line. So basically the main meaning of the break tag is used to break the line. So this is the empty tag. One more is horizontal tag, horizontal rule tag, and this basically provide the horizontal line like this and many more. So now start with the basic tags. First one, let me create the quickly, then I will explain you what is all about this. So now I have created all the tags. So these are the heading tags, means providing the heading to the HTML web page. Mean this is the h1 tag, this is h2 tag, this is the highest level heading tag. Means whatever we have written in the h1 tag, it is the largest of all those tags, and h2 same the sequence follows. h2 is the largest of all these 4, h3 is the largest of these 3. So let us see it in the web browser. You can see this is h1 tag, this is h2 tag, this is h3. So press the Control Shift I so that you can view the code. So now you can see this is h1 tag, this is h2, this is h3, h4. This is the basic heading tag or highest level heading tag. Heading tags. So heading tags are of 6 types. Now we will talk about the anchor tag. So what anchor tag is? Basically when we have seen in our web pages, when we click on the any link, like when we have this like this. Wait, let me search for something. This is the button. Okay, so when we click on this, I have clicked on this, like if I search anything here, games here, and click on this anything or any button, and like this is the button, means this is the anchor tag or a JavaScript function that is providing action to it. So now we are in the beginning course, so we will only learn about the basics things. So this is the anchor tag. Anchor tag is used to linking the web pages or linking going to the next web pages. Like I have this here syntax. This is anchor. This is href, means hyper reference, means whatever the content we have written here at the place in the double quotes, it will be redirecting us to that point. So remember this, every tag has attribute and values. So this is the tag, anchor is the tag, this is the tag, the whole these things are tags, and every tag has many attributes. So anchor tag is attribute 1, href, hyper reference attribute, and our attribute has the values. Like if I write here, click here, https double dot slash slash triple dot google.com. Now if I want to click on anything, so that we have some text here and we want to view this in browser, refresh the page. Now you can see whenever we hover over the anchor tag, our icon has, our cursor changes to hand icon, so that we get, it is in the bottom left part, you can see it is https Google and showing us the link with which to which it is redirecting to us. So let me show you this code also. So this is the target of the web page, means we are going, when we click on this we will be redirected to the google.com. Now when we click on this like this, we are redirected to the google.com. So now we have more attributes there, like one is target attribute. It has 4 values: pair, blank, pair, self, and top. These 3 are helpful in the when we use iframe. For now we will only learn about blank because it is mostly used and it will be helpful in making our projects. Now click on this blank. So what exactly means, let me show you with the example. Now firstly when we click on this on the page is opening in the same tab. Now when we click on this, now the page is opening in the new tab. So with the help of this target blank, the new pages, when we click on anything, any link in the anchor tag, our page will be opening in the new tag. This is because of this target attribute. Now one more condition, when we have a local file, like I will create a new file here and save it with index2.html. htm both are same, and I will provide basic content here like h1. Now I want that when we click on this we will be redirected to this page, our HTML page. So what will we do? We will simply write the name index2.html and the extension of the web page. So now I write here Cosmo anything. So now I refresh the page. Now when I click on this, you can see it is in the bottom left part again, it is giving me the path to that file. When we click on this, our new file is opened in the new tab. You can see it here, index2.html, because of the target attribute. When we want to open in the same tab, we will remove this, save it, refresh it, and click on this. You can see it is opening in the same tab. So basic meaning of the anchor tag is this. So now remember one point, And now we have all the files in the single folder. Means which files, whatever files we are using, we have to give the exact path. Like if I create a new folder like index here, okay, and I will move this file here. Now if we have this file in the any other folder, we have to give the exact path here. Now I will give here index slash this given. Click on this. Now I will click on this. Now the path you can see here changes index folder to the index2.html. So you have to remember that both the files we have to, when we want to link this file, we have to give the exact same path, so that web browser, when we click on this, easily access that. Otherwise if we don't give like this, you can see it will say the file was not found, means the file was not found at the location. So now let's start with the one more tag, that is image tag. So image tag, we all know we want to create a gallery, or we want to open a shop on Amazon shop website like this. We have photos used in this website. So it has attribute, source attribute and alt attribute and many more than. Let us firstly discuss about source attribute. Source attribute is those when where is the file and what is the name of the file. So our file name is city.jpg. City is the name and .jpg is the extension. Image files have many types of extension, like this is city jpeg, it has .jpg extension. Let me see where it is. Let this properties, you can see it has the extension .jpeg. For the using of this, we have to give the exact same name, city.jpg. We have given the name exactly same. Now let us see whether it will be shown in or not. You can see our image is visible in our web page. So when we want to, can we write like this, capital C? No, because HTML only renders the same name we have to give. We have to give the same name so that it can, we have to give the same name so that our website can access the exact same file. One more thing to remember, HTML is not a case sensitive language. Means you can write the tag here also like this, both work the same, but you can't change the pattern of this value. Means you can't write it here like this, CITT. Values are the case sensitive, but the tags of HTML are not case sensitive. Remember this point. So now we have alt attribute. Let's say now we have a condition when the image is not found on the server or the image is not loaded properly. So how we can tell the user what was expected here, which image. If I write image of city, I will give the hint that city of image was here, but it couldn't be loaded. Why it's not showing? You will thinking that because we have now the image is found, because image is not wrong and image has the exact path. Now if I wrong the name like this, capital C, now I refresh the page, you can see image of city. Now the image is not found, so that it is showing us the alt attribute. When the image is not found, then only this will work. Now let us talk about one more attributes of image tag. We will give the height to it like 250 pixels and width 350 pixels. It will be a square, sorry, rectangle. Refresh the page, you can see now that our images, now you can see our images of 250 width, 350 width and 250 height. Now we will talk about the paragraph tag. So what is paragraph tag? Paragraph tag is used when we want to insert some text or lines or paragraph lines or post anything texted that is in the text form or in the image form, anything. We enclose this in the paragraph tag. Like if I want to write here hello, you can see easily visible to our web page that we have written hello. We will provide style to our text. How we can do this? We can do this by using the style attribute. It is like basically the inline CSS. Now, in the later on classes we will learn the external CSS. For now we will learn the style attribute, that is also called the internal CSS. I will give it the color red, means the color of the text is red, and the font size will be font minus size will be 2 rem. Okay, let us see in the browser. You can see the color of the text is changed to red and it is of very bigger size. Let me increase this size more, 4 rem. You can see size is increased even more bigger. So these are the attributes of style tag and many more. For more information you can visit W3 Schools. If you want deep information about more tags, I will give you the basic info of the tags that are basically used and mostly used in our website or any website development and necessary to understand all other tags. So paragraph tag has one more attribute like title. It can be used in any other tag also. So basically if we have a one criteria, when a user has written very big post or big story or essay or anything about something content that he want to write, you of 1 to 2 pages, so user don't have a time to write. If the user don't have the time to view the page for 2 to 3 pages or read the page, so he just want the idea what is written in the page. So this tag is this attribute is helpful in this. Like if I have written here I am neutrino, I am neutrino, and I write here cosmologic member. Now refresh the page. Now I hover over this. You can see cosmologic member. It is giving me a little tooltips text that is giving me the hint what is that all paragraph about. When we hover over this, like this is a simple one line. What is the condition when we have multiple lines like this? I have written many things. Okay, let me save this. Now user don't have to read all the whole line, so he just hover over the paragraph, he get the idea. It is about the cosmologic member and it info about the cosmologic member. So if you want to read, he will read, otherwise he will skip this. Now here is the condition one more. Wait for a minute. Let me delete this first. Now if I want to write it member in the double quotes, what is the condition, whether it will works or not? Here and double quotes. Let us see. I want member to be in the double quotes. When I hover over this, you can see only cosmologic is shown. So what is the problem? The problem is here. This and this. It is a one pair, and in one pair only cosmologic is shown. And this is the second pair. Here nothing is in between. This is the external part. So our browser doesn't render it because it is outside the double quotes. So if we want it double quotes in the double quotes, so what is the main reason how we can do this? So to do this we use single quotes here, single quotes here. Wait. Now if I refresh the page, you can see cosmologic double quotes member. So we have to use single quotes. When we have used here double quotes, we have to use single quotes to enclose the text or any value. Now if I want here single quotes, so I will use alternatively to change it, the single quotes here, single quotes here. Wait, let me delete one, delete it, save it, refresh the page. You can see cosmologic single quotes member. So this is the main idea. So you have to practice 2 to 3 times so that you can get what I'm trying to tell you here. So if you have any problem, any point, you can contact us through our social media accounts so that we can help you. You can also download the PDF from our website so that you can easily get the notes. You don't have to make the notes about this. All the screenshots and the text is written in the PDFs, so you can download it from the cosmogic.com. I have told you about the HR tag. Okay, let me do this again. HR tag, let me show you this. So basically now you know the HR tag. Now there is one more condition. Let me remove all this. Now we have one more condition. When we want to write the text as it is, like if I have written I am Cosmogics, and we believe in beyond limits. So if I want to hear big spaces, do you think browser will render it as it is? Let us see. No, browser in the paragraph tag or any other tag, browser will automatically remove the spaces or extra spaces in the text. Like if I increase the extra spaces here or anything, or I want to break in the next line, I will simply use the break tag. You can see with the help of this break tag now we are in the second line. But what is the use of it when we want to, this is problem is called the poem problem. When we want to write poem or quotation or anything, to overcome this problem we have one more tag called pre-formatted tags. Means what we have written in this tag, it is rendered by the browser as it is. Like if I copy this here and paste it here, and if I refresh the page, you can see I have used the very big spaces here, so it is rendering it as it is. It is giving me very big spaces here. Like if I put to the next line here, it is making us to the next line with the big space. So this is the basic use of pre-formatted tag. It renders the text but is written inside it as it is same. It is very helpful in writing when we want a simple quotation or write a poem like Jingle Bells. So now we will talk all basic formatting tags that are used to provide the styling to the text. So let me write this quickly also so that we don't waste the time. So I have written this. So let us talk it by line in the browser. Let me refresh the page first. Now let me zoom this so that you can view this easily. Now press Ctrl Shift I so that we can view the code. So what is this bold tag? Bold tag means whatever we have written in this tag is in the bold form. Means it is highlighting the bold text. Strong is also same. No basic difference. The difference is in between the rendering by the search engines. So this gives the importance that this is the important text. So we are highlighting it by the bold tag. This is italic text. Italic tag means it italicizing the text that we have written in the text. Like this is little bit tilted, you can see it here. Embed is also same. These are the base, and the main difference I have told you, that is the rendered by the search engine, how they use it, what is the given preference by them. So this is the mark tag. Anything that is written the mark tag, it is highlighted. We can also change the color of this highlighted text. Later on we will do this. This is small tag, means whatever it is written in the small tag, it is of small size as compared to the other. You can see all are big here, but as compared to other it is a little bit in small in size. So deleted text means anything that is written in this tag has a strike through line in the through this middle part. So it is written when we want to write, like when we want to have some text that is deleted in the web page. Inserted text means when we want to highlight a text, like I have written a web page and essay that I am neutrino, so I want to give the stress on the name neutrino, so you tag or also the inserted tag. So now we come to subscript tag, means this is 2 to the base, means anything that is written in the subscript tag, it is the base of the that is written in the front. This is superscript, means anything that is written in this, it is the power, means 2 to the power 3. So let us talk about this abbreviation. This is abbreviation tag. Let me quickly write this here, but now then I will explain you. So what is the basic meaning of the abbreviation tag? It is a tag used when we have certain short forms in our paragraph or in our website, so that user can don't have the idea, don't know, if some user don't know what is the full form of this WHO, means we all know this, but I am giving just an example. And if I WHO here, kindly control save and open it in the browser, you can see it is giving me only this. So this is the title. Whenever I hover over this short form, you can see it is dotted line, means it is the abbreviation tag. When we hover over this is World Health Organization. It is giving me the hint that the full form of the WHO is World Health Organization. That if I have multiple lines here, WHO is working on COVID-19, is working on COVID-19 vaccine. So let us refresh. So what is, if the user doesn't know what is WHO, he will hover over this, he will get that full form of this, means World Health Organization. So this is the basic meaning of this. So meet you in the next video. Thank you for this.